Welcome to Rome, a city where time folds like pages in an ancient book, and every stone seems to whisper its own tale. Today we're setting off on foot, wandering from the fabled Bocca della Verità to the ever-buzzing Piazza Navona. This isn't just a walk, it's a journey through centuries. From marble temples to river islands, secret keyholes to hidden gardens, and lively piazzas that transform with the setting sun. We'll dodge scooters, sip in the shadows of ruins, and linger at spots you might have missed if you didn't look twice. Grab your walking shoes and imagination, because Rome is best explored step by step, with a story at every turn. Ready? Let's begin. Our journey begins at one of Rome's most mysterious icons, the Bocca della Verità, or Mouth of Truth. This ancient stone face is said to bite the hand of any liar, so of course we had to test it. No worries, all fingers still intact. Just behind it stands the Church of Santa Maria in Cosmedin, with its soft medieval gloom and a crypt that hums with centuries of silence. It's a place that feels older than memory itself. Step outside, and you're in the Foro Boario, once a bustling cattle market in ancient Rome. Amid the quiet now stands the Fountain of the Tritons, burbling gently, and nearby, the curious round temple known as the Temple of Hercules Vincitore, the oldest surviving marble building in Rome. It's perfectly circular, delicate, and still standing proud after 2,000 years. At the top of the Aventine hill, we find ourselves wrapped in quiet greenery at the Giardino di Sant'Alessio, a secret corner where Rome seems to exhale. Just around the bend is the legendary Aventine keyhole, set into the door of the Priory of the Knights of Malta. The view was blocked during our visit, but normally, through that tiny circle, you see a perfectly framed path of hedges leading your eye straight to St. Peter's Basilica. It's not a coincidence, it was designed that way. This spot belongs to the Church of Santa Maria del Priorato, a rare example of Roman Baroque with a surreal, almost dreamlike facade. The church stands quietly inside its own walled garden, where ancient symbols of the knights still linger in the stone and air. The garden itself, usually closed to the public, hints at ceremonial paths and sacred geometry, a world just barely out of reach. Back in the Giardino di Sant'Alessio, we pause beneath tall pines. The view from here is sweeping. Rome's rooftops, golden and sun-drenched, stretch into a soft, endless sprawl. In the far right distance, nestled in the curve of the Tiber, floats Isola Tiberina. That's where we'll go next. But here we linger a little longer, in silence, in shade, in story. Quietly in the bend of the Tiber River, Isola Tiberina is one of Rome's most unexpected treasures. Small, serene, and floating like a stone ship, it's a place many pass by without even knowing it's there. To reach it, you can cross from either side of the river. From Trastevere, there's the Ponte Cestio, and from the historic center, the ancient Ponte Fabricio, the oldest Roman bridge still in use today. Each path feels like a soft step into a parallel Rome, one that moves at its own gentle pace. In ancient times, the island was feared, believed to have formed over the body of a deposed tyrant. But centuries transformed it into a sanctuary. The Fate Benefratelli Hospital, still active today, stands where the Temple of Aesculapius once offered healing. Carved into stone, you might notice a snake coiled around a staff, the ancient sign of medicine. In the summertime, this quiet island awakens. There's an open-air cinema with films projected under the stars. The banks are lined with bars and restaurants, spilling light and music along the river's edge. Locals gather for an aperitivo. Children dart between cafe tables, and somewhere, there's always a soft melody drifting through the dusk. Look back and you'll see the Aventine Hill still watching. Ahead lies Piazza Navona, our final stop. In the day, Piazza Navona is a burst of light and sound. Fountains sparkle, street performers draw small crowds, and artists set up their easels, offering sketches and caricatures to passers-by. The square curves in a long oval. It's one of the largest open spaces in Rome, and its shape echoes the Stadium of Domitian, buried just below your feet. You can feel the centuries crowding around you, but wait until night falls. When the sun sets over Rome, Piazza Navona doesn't go to sleep, it begins to glow. By night, the square fills with a different kind of magic. Tables extend far out from cafes, candlelight flickers against wine glasses, and the soft hum of conversation wraps the space like music. Tourists stop to watch artists working by lamplight. Here, you can still pose for a caricature or have your portrait sketched, capturing yourself in charcoal and ink beneath the Roman sky. Some artists have worked here for decades, becoming as much a fixture as the fountains themselves. The massive oval shape of the square, once the track of the ancient Stadium of Domitian, feels even grander at night. With a length of nearly 300 meters, it becomes a stage lit by golden lamplight. There's no traffic here, no rush, just the quiet energy of a city that knows how to slow down. At the center, Bernini's Fountain of the Four Rivers becomes dramatic in the shadows. The sculpted gods, representing the Nile, Danube, Ganges, and Rio de la Plata, look almost alive, their muscles catching the light, their expressions caught in eternal motion. Water flows gently, echoing across the cobblestones. Above it all, the obelisk points skyward, a spine of ancient stone linking past to present. To one side of the square, the majestic Palazzo Pamphilj rises, once home to Pope Innocent X. Today, it houses the Brazilian embassy, but still carries echoes of papal power. Attached to it is the elegant Church of Sant'Agnese in Agone, a Baroque jewel by Borromini, whose soft curves and twin bell towers seem to lean into the square with grace. Opposite, the Museo di Roma, housed in Palazzo Braschi, offers a quieter story of noble Roman families, lost traditions, and lives that once played out behind these walls. Around the square, the cultural influence stretches wide. This piazza has long drawn foreign artists, writers, and diplomats. Piazza Navona feels at times like the center of the world. As we near the end of our walk, we pause one last time, right in the center of it all. Rome breathes differently here. And under the stars, Piazza Navona doesn't just glow, it remembers. We'd love to hear from you. Which stop was your favorite? Is there a particular moment that stood out to you? Do you have a question? Please leave a comment. If our videos add a sprinkle of joy to your travels, show some love by liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and staying tuned for more.